Okay, so we'll go ahead and pull up that first handout, and I'm just going to touch on some things. Let's see here. I sent this out the other day. Really? I usually don't have this much trouble, y'all, believe it or not. Okay, the handout that y'all are looking at is called the, there it is, 155, 120 supplement. The 120 supplement is supplement to the syllabus, and it is, like I said, it's got my information on it. You do need to change the office hours, and I'll change those in just a moment. And I'll show you the office hours. I think you can add 2:30 to 4. Yeah, 2:30 to 4 on Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, I have pretty much all day, all afternoon, Tuesday and Thursday. And on Friday morning, I'm here till about, well, I'm not going to say I'm here every Friday. If I don't get a call, people don't tell me they're coming in to see me, then, I usually, I'll come in sometime, but I'm not going to kill myself getting in on Friday, because Friday we don't have classes and not a lot of people have office hours. So, I try to get some work done in the office. But we'll talk about virtual office hours in just a minute, versus regular office hours. All this is taken from the syllabus. All this is taken from the syllabus. All this is taken from the syllabus. This is from the syllabus. This is from the syllabus. All this is from the syllabus. Like I say, there's no point in this, but we have to do it. I do want to talk about this. We are in this classroom for 14 weeks, or this course for 14 weeks. So if we have 4 unit tests, what does that come out to as far as weeks per unit? 3.5. So you need to get your calendars out. Everybody get your calendars out right now. And I don't care if it's on your phone or your pamphlet with your cat. I want you to go ahead and count 3.5 weeks from today, and that's going to be around your first unit test. So just do week, the whole week. Don't do a day. So 3.5 weeks from now would be, I have no idea. 2 weeks would be what? Today's the 14th. 2 weeks would be the 28th. So that'd be the end of third week. So you're talking about the second week in what? February? Okay, somewhere in there. You need to put on your sheet right here, tentative date, put first or second week, and whatever you come up with on your calendar, put that on the test 1. Then count another 3.5 weeks. Where's that going to be? Beginning of March. That'll be Unit 2 test. Count another 3.5 weeks. End of March. Okay, and then another 3.5 weeks. Where's that? Mid-April. If that's what y'all come up with. So you need to put those on there. Now, why do I have to do that for college students that are in their first or second semester? I don't know, but we have to do this. We have to go through and tell you when you're expecting a test. I'm not going to insult y'all's intelligence by going through and picking out a day and saying, okay, on March the 3rd, we're going to have the Unit 2 test. What am I setting up? I'm setting myself up for a bunch of hammies running around on March the 2nd going, oh my God, we got a test tomorrow. We got a test tomorrow. No, I'm not doing that. I just tell you when we get to the end of a section, be ready for a test. How do you know? Well, you read your syllabus, or you read this page right here. This page right here. This is the most important page in your syllabus and your handouts right here. This page right here. Why? Because it tells you what we're going to be covering. And if I get to 3.3, if I'm doing 3.3 material, and you'll see me, I'll be on the board writing 3.3, and we'll be doing the problems. And what do you think is coming up in the next couple of meetings of class? Test. And that means I'm going to give you a test online. All right? That's how you get ready for a test. You don't run around with your hair on fire going, oh my God, we got a test. Oh my God, we got a test. When's it due? When's it due? When's it due? When's it due? When's the homework due? You do the homework day by day, or do you, when's it due? Oh my God, I ain't going to get it done. You ever seen those type of students? There's some of y'all in here. Y'all just ain't saying it. Y'all going to come up to me tomorrow and say, when's the homework due? We haven't even started class yet, and you're already asking, when's the homework due? Am I right? Am I right? Some of y'all have had me before. Oh my gosh. And I just ignore you.
And it says the due date's online.
Exactly, it does. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know why students do that. But anyway, so you need to put, now, if you want to get, if you type A people, if you really want to get detailed, then when we start one point, well, I don't cover this because this is all reading. Let me go ahead and tell you that right now. All this is reading. Okay? I'm going to give you about a week to get all that reading done. This time next week, we'll be starting. I'll go through all of that. What we'll do is I'll go through and we'll look at it on the board as far as the book goes, and I'll say, okay, this is important, this is important, this is important, and you highlight it and you study it for the test. And then we get into Unit 3, and that's where the math starts. Okay? So right now, Math 120 class, you should be reading Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 in your books. That's what you should be doing. And by this time next week, we'll be ready to go into Chapter 3, and I will cover what's important in Chapter 1 and 2. All right? Everybody with me? So you need the book, or need to read it online, or get an old book. I don't care. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Okay? I know I ain't got much time, but anyway. Don't worry about getting a brand new book for class. You can get an old book, you can use a book, you can borrow a book, steal a book, whatever. Doesn't matter what you bring to class. Everybody has the book where? Online. And it's the new book. It goes with the Course Compass or the My Labs Plus or whatever you call it. As long as you got that, you have a book. So you don't have to worry about what you bring to class, or you can print out what you want to, and we'll talk about that the next meeting. So make sure, now if you want to, you can put, let's see, you can put today, 114, and then this will be 116, and this will be 118, and this will be 120. And I mean, if you really want to get that detailed, you just put your dates over here, and you plan yourself out, you know, but don't expect me to do that. What, are y'all leaving? This is our class. Yeah, we're going over. We had to move because that projector wouldn't work. So, if you expect me to be able to put dates there, that ain't happening. And you know that, you know that, you know that. Who else? You've had me before. You've had me before. Do I sit here and worry about dates? No, I do not. So hammies, keep it to yourself, because if you come up here acting all hammy on me, I'm just going to ignore you, because I'm not. It's not worth it. Okay. I signed homework. It's due the day before the test or close to the day before the test. People say, well, why don't you why don't you do 1.2 section homework and have it due tomorrow? Oh, heck no. Because y'all got 5 dead grandmothers, 15 flat tires, 3 or 4 floods, 3 or 4 lightning strikes the house. I'm not going to do that. Okay? So I keep the homework open until the test. Well, the hammies are going, oh my God, when's the test? When's the test? Well, follow the homework. Follow the syllabus. And when we get to 3.3 and 3.4, what should you say to yourself? I better have my homework done because there's a test coming probably next week. Is that difficult? I don't think that's difficult. But some people do. So you need to put in the dates if you want to. I'm not going to worry about it. This is an outline. It's tentative. Look what they told us to put there. They told us to put tentative. So it's just something that gives you an idea of when you're going to be taking a test. Okay? You need to look up, and I don't have it with me right now. I'll send it to you, but the academic calendar. How do you find the academic calendar? It's right here. Let me find faculty. There we go. Go down on the left-hand side. You'll go to student or wherever I think y'all have a student tab. Go down to the left-hand side, and it's called academic calendar right there. The academic calendar tells you everything you need to know. Spring. And I usually go down to the second page because that's where it is. First day of class, session A, is January 13th. Last day of class, session A. I have no idea. Let's find it. It's over here probably. Session A, last day of class, here we go. Is when? I want everybody to put that on your calendar right now. That's the test question. Mr. Robinson, did I put that on the test last semester? I did. 5 times or 4 times I put it on the test. Each unit test I put, when's the last day of class? And by the end of the semester, I didn't have anybody saying, when's the last day of class? When's the last day of class? Okay, while we're at it, let's go ahead and mark our calendars for exams. April 28th through the 4th. April 28th through May the 4th. Write that down. Everybody, write that down. That way you won't be asking me when's the final. You won't have to worry about it because I'll already cover that the week before finals start. The last day of class, usually the last test and the final exam for me will be uploaded that last day, and it'll last all the way until the last day of exams, which will be when? May the what? 4th. So, in my classes, on the last day of class, the last test, which will be probably Unit 4, it'll start on the last day of class, and the final will start on the last day of class, and you have until May the 4th to finish both of those. And when you finish both of those, and all your homework, and all your other tests, you look under grade book, and that's your grade for the semester. And we'll talk about that too. So those are important dates. Last day to withdraw from session A is, I can't find it. I'm looking for it. I thought it was March. Must be over here. Session A, last day to drop. Still don't see it. If anybody sees it, just raise your hand. I'm looking for it. Where?
February 17th.
Thank you. Last day to drop classes for session A. A. It's got to be session A. I thought it was March. There it is. March 11th. Write that down. Session A is 14-week classes. Unless you're taking a 7-week class, you're in session A. The last day to drop is March 11th. Write that down. These are all important dates. So after today, don't ask me when's the last day to drop. Don't ask me when's the last day of class. And don't ask me when is the final exam. Or when is the week of exams. Because I'm just going to look at you like I've already answered that question. I do not like to repeat myself. Question. And I will send you this also when I get a chance. I'll try to send it to you today. I meant to send it already, but I didn't. Okay? And you can find that under academic calendar right there. All right? Let's go back to the email. Things you will be graded on. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and look at the syllabus, but you're going to see that the syllabus is nothing but what? What we've already covered. So, well, there we go. There's the syllabus, and there is the stuff that I took out considering the book. I did that. I took out all the competencies, and there's the same stuff. So I'm not going to go over that again. But the syllabus and the syllabus supplement are the same thing. Things you'll be graded on, that's your second most important page. The things you will be graded on tells you about the class and what you're graded on and a little bit about how I grade. All right? It says, here are some things that you will be graded on for this course. Homework. Homework online started when? When I start the material. Now in this class, you're starting reading. You should start reading chapter 1 and 2 today. So I will open up chapter 1 and 2 homework. I'll open it up where you can get into it and start, working on it. But it's just, like I said, it's a lot of vocabulary words, a lot of terminology, very little math, very little. Chapter 1 and 2. If you don't see a date on the homework, then you what? You don't need to worry about it. Okay? Is there something that says at Tri-County Tech that if you don't assign dates to your homework and tests, that you will fail the course? Is there anything that says that you have to assign the dates to the homework and test? Anything? No. So you don't need to worry about it. Who needs to worry about the dates? Me. The ones that worry. Who are the people that worry about dates the most?
OCD people.
No. People that, what? Starts with a P. People that procrastinate. That's who worries about the dates. That's the hammies. Okay? Oh, well, I'm just concerned. Yeah, right, whatever. No, you want to know the date so you can say, okay, I'll work on it the last week or the 2 or 3 days before. Now, there are a few people that I know you want to plan. Well, we just planned 3.5 weeks, 3.5 weeks, 3.5 weeks. We just planned, okay? Because there are a lot of you that are not going to get some concepts. And when you don't get concepts, I explain them. And that takes what? Time. And that's time away from that schedule that we have to be on. I'm not a scheduled person. I'm not. And when it comes to teaching you a concept, you're going to appreciate that versus somebody that's all worried about what? Covering the syllabus. Okay? You can print out the homework and do it conventional way, paper and pencil, and then type in the answers. I'll show you how to do that. Online test. The following information is how I give tests. I will give you 2 or 3 chances to take the test. Usually I give you 3. What will Course Compass do as far as the grades of those 3 tests? Huh? It will take the highest. I haven't said nothing about taking an average. I will give you 7 to 10 days to take the test. Why did I give you 7 to 10 days? Because y'all have 5-day funerals. Some of y'all go to the hospital for your dead grandmother that died last semester or whatever, You go to the hospital again for another week or two. Now you should be able to take a test in 7 days, even if you have 5 flat tires. You take the test on your time, not class time. Multiple choice. You can review and print out the test after you've taken it. There's 4-unit test, then the homework, and then the final. And that's how they count. The 4-unit test is 60%. This is a test question. 60, 20, and what? 20. That's a test question. Will people get it wrong, former students? Yes. Which one will they pick? 30, 30, 30. What's wrong with 30, 30, 30? It's not equal to 100. This is math class, isn't it? Okay. 30, 30, 30 is the answer. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got. My information. Well, why does he give this information? He's conceited. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm conceited. I want you to know that I'm conceited. No, I give you this information for the top lines. And what are those top lines? The top lines tell you how to what? How to what? How to contact me. That way you don't have the excuse of what? What's the excuse I'm wanting you to get rid of? I didn't know how to get in contact with you. And we all know that's BS because you've got several different ways to contact me. Cell phone and email is the best way to contact me. Okay? Email, don't email the house because I don't never check it. Email my office email. It comes right to my phone. So does my home email, but I don't check it very much on my phone. Send it to my office. If you need to get in touch with me, office email and my cell. Notice I did not say office phone. I'm very rarely in my office because I'm usually teaching all the time. And when I am in my office, I'm usually helping students. So it's best just to call my cell phone. All right? Okay, class courtesies. I need to go over this. Class courtesies. And some of my former students. Now, last semester I didn't have a good semester last semester with one of my classes. I had one class that I had a jerkette in the class. You know what a jerkette is, don't you? A female jerk. Okay? In 20 years I've been teaching, I've only thrown out 3 people. 3. 2 of them never threw out a girl until last semester. Why did I throw out a girl? Because she was rude, belligerent. I can think of a few more words, but rude and belligerent. And she did not treat me the way that I wanted to be treated. And I treat her the way that she wanted to be treated until, don't bring a computer in here. I am slashing that. Do not do that anymore. Okay? Do not come in my class with a computer. I don't care if your life depends on it. Don't do it. Because that is the worst thing that you can bring into a classroom. Why? Because I don't know what you're doing on that computer. And you get to go into Facebook and all these other things, even though you think you know the material, and then I do a problem on the board, and then 5 seconds after I do the problem, you look up from your, how did you get that? I will go off. Because you are worried about the computer. If you'd have paid attention to what I was doing on the board instead of the computer, then you wouldn't be asking me to repeat myself. And that's what happened. And I found out that on my one of my students told me that I got bashed on Rate My Professor because I've got like 300 ratings, and all of them are pretty good from what I hear, except for the last semester, and that was the one I threw out of class. So anyway, 3 people in 20 years. Now, I think that's a good record because nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to have 0 in 20 years. You're going to have an altercation. But I treat you the way that I want to be treated. I have a cell phone. Former students, did my cell phone go off? Does it go off? Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, I hate to interrupt, but you'll have to stay in 242 next class, and I'll send them over.
Okay.
All right.
Is what's wrong with it?
They have no clue right now. They're working on it. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Told you. Former students, raise your hand. How many we got? All right. Does my phone go off in class? Do y'all have a cardiac arrest? Okay. I don't either. But am I disrespectful to you with my phone? No. The only people, I've got 4 people that call this phone. Well, my school, my son and my daughter's schools are them, and my mother, and I got a friend, and if she calls, she'll get mad if I don't answer. So the whole point is, they know when my classes are, right? And if they call in the middle of my classes, what is that supposed to tell me? Something's wrong. Same thing with you. And if you get a phone call or a text and you have to answer it, go out in the hallway and answer it. I don't care. Just don't be texting in my class. Okay? Don't be doing that. Do it outside in the hallway. You can run outside naked with Jell-O all over you in the hallway if you want to. Just don't do it in my class. Okay? You can do anything you want to in the realms of being legal in the hallway. Just don't do it in my class. All right? And I will do the same. If you see me say, excuse me, that means my mother is calling or somebody's calling and I got to answer. Attendance policy. Show up, cross the threshold, I will count you here. That's the best I can do. Financial aid has really cut down on people getting financial aid and not coming to class and just falling off the face of the earth. So they're cracking down. So, of course, the people that do abide by the rules, they have to suffer because of who? The ones that break the law. So y'all have to suffer and y'all have to have an attendance policy because of those crackheads that take off with financial aid money. Same thing, chewing gum in school. Nobody could chew gum in school because of the 1 or 2 that used to stick it up under the desk. Same philosophy. 1 or 2 will always ruin it for who? Everybody. So that's why. So make sure you see me. If you come into the threshold, tell me you're here. You got to go take an English test, whatever. I will count you here. Okay? Okay. On that note, I'm going to pull up the attendance and take the attendance. We have to do this the first day because, Lord have mercy, it'll start a whirlwind of all kind of bad stuff if I don't do it. So do not leave after I call the roll. Do not leave. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just go down. Everybody's here? Okay. All right. Mr. Bailey. You here? Mr. Bolt. Bolt? B-O-L-T. Mr. Bolt. Not here. Miss Clayton, you here? Where are you? There you are. You didn't have enough of me last semester. You want some more punishment? Okay, she's here. Miss Cowart, you here? Have I had you before? Okay. Miss Dusky is here. Escobar, where are you? Did I say that correctly? Good. What nationality is that? Oh, that's neat. Okay, Miss Farr, where are you? Okay. Miss Freeman. Oh, Mr. I'm sorry. I saw the Tristan. I didn't know that was a guy name. I'm sorry. Okay, Mr. Tristan. Mr. Freeman. Sorry. All right, Mr. Hammond. Okay, I've had you before. What class? College algebra. Miss Harris. Okay. Miss Harvey. Miss Hayes. Miss Johnson. Miss Mullins. Mr. Murray is here. Miss Newton. Mr. Poor. Mr. Perdesi. Mr. Perdesi. Mr. Perdesi's not here. Oh, good gracious. We got three Miss Robinson, or three Robinsons. I know of two. I don't believe I know Mahogany.
Right here.
Naree. Where's that? Okay. Have I had you before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Y'all three are here. Oh, Lord. Got a Scarborough in here. Where's Miss Scarborough? There you are. Who's your daddy?
Mark.
Oh, God. Bless your heart. I feel sorry for you. He got a big old head. No, I'm just kidding. He's a good guy. You got have you got a sister?
Mm-hmm.
I had her also for a class a while back. Older
I think it was
sister.
actually me.
Oh, was it you?
It was a long time ago.
Okay. All right. And, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say Schuler.
It's Sade.
Okay. Is that, okay. So you're a miss. Okay. I couldn't. All right. Schuler, you're here. Mr. Simpkins. All right. Mr. Swedu. Did I say that correctly? Should. What? Where is that? Is that Middle Eastern? Poland. I've never seen a Polish name like that. Usually Polish name has a SKI on it. That's interesting. Huh? Okay, Shadu. Okay, Smallwood, Miss Smallwood. You're not kin to Maggie Smallwood, are you?
No.
Okay. Miss Vaughn. Oh, Lord, I got the Vaughn. I got the Vaughn brother and sister again. And Miss Williams. Where are you? Okay. And Miss Wood. Miss Wood? No, Miss Wood. Okay, so the people that are missing today are Wood, Perdesi, and Bolt. Anybody's name I didn't call? Okay. This is what you need to be doing from now until next time we meet, which will be when. Oh yeah, another thing. All right. I got a 7-year-old, 8-year-old that's in second grade that I have to take to school every day. Not when I have him. Okay, next week I won't have him. So there will be some days that either he's running behind or I'm running behind. So we're going to be very lenient with that 8 o'clock start. Are we okay with this?
Yes.
Is there anybody that's going to say, well, Mr. McClellan, I really want to start at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, okay? Life is unfair. Let's just be very lenient with that 8 o'clock. If you don't show up at 8 o'clock, I'm not going to worry about it. Just don't kill me if I show up at 8:05. But so far, I've been on time both times. Yesterday and today, I was on time at 8 o'clock. Believe it or not, former students, I was here on time. Okay, was I here this morning on time?
No.
Yes, I was.
They were like,
It was like 8:15.
Well, I was downstairs. I was here on campus on time. All right, and we'll talk some more. But what you need to be doing right now is getting on to My Labs Plus, finding out what kind of book you're going to bring to class, and I'll show you how to use My Labs Plus Monday, and be reading chapters 1 and 2. Oh yeah, we don't have class Monday, so it'd be Wednesday. See y'all.
as always, that's yours.
Okay, thank you. And I'll post this